Do you recall when Moses originally ran into the Father? He saw a tree, a bush that was afire, and yet the Bible says was consumed not. And you see, the Lord was revealing who he was in that burning bush that was ablaze, but consumed not. The Lord was showing himself. He was revealing the basis of his and Moses' relationship and his and our relationship. You see, it was odd. It wasn't odd to see a bush burning in the desert. But it was odd to see a bush on fire, but not being consumed by the fire. See, the Lord was revealing to him that this is going to be the nature of our relationship, Moses. You're going to experience my glory, but not at your expense. See, the manifestation of God was not at the expense of the tree. And God says, my manifestation of you is not going to be at your expense. You see, when one tries to make a fire and he throws logs in the fire so that it consumes the fire and feeds the fire and enables the fire to have its being, to put forth her heat. But God says, in our relationship, the fire, my presence, my manifestation is going to not be at your expense, but at mine. Not because of your faithfulness, but mine. Not because of your righteousness, but mine. Not because your holiness, but mine. Not because of your goodness, but mine. I intend to set your fire, your life ablaze with the fire of the manifestation of my spirit, but not at your expense, but mine. And this is the essence of our relationship. Yet, we as people have been confused about just this. God's way is to be not because of our hard work, not because of our determination to be obedient, not because of our trying to do the right thing to earn the blessing from God, lest it be by our expense. God said, no, at mine, and at mine alone. And this is so hard for us to understand, that it's by God's grace, by God's graciousness. This is what he desires. And yet we have failed to understand this. We have looked to consume it upon our own works. We looked to pour out our obedience for God's blessing and our hard work to see God's manifestation. And we have bought what could be considered what the Bible calls strange fire.